Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Curse of Oak Island preview. The guys hope to dig the fabled treasure ship out of the swamp. This week on episode 22 of season 8 of The Curse of Oak Island, the team is hoping to dig a massive ship out of the swamp, a vessel they suspect was laden with treasure. At the end of last week's show, the guys decided to have Billy Gerhardt do some deep digging in the swamp, and it appears they may have found the fabled buried ship in the swamp. Billy's digger had everybody all excited when it unearthed what looked like a ship's handrail. But there was even more intrigue when Billy realized something was blocking the digger's bucket just under the surface, something huge. The guys have long believed that an old ship like a Spanish galleon or some kind of pirate vessel docked in the swamp area and was then unloaded of its treasure before being burned and sunk. Unfortunately, it was too late in the day to investigate any further on last week's episode, but rest assured they'll be trying to dig it up this week. Indeed, the preview shows a particularly determined-looking Rick Lagina striding purposefully towards the swamp area. He later says to the camera, "The bucket Billy's digger is sliding across a massive wooden something. I want to know what that is. If they're hoping to uncover a ship, then it's definitely wood they need to be finding." And historian Doug Crowell seems to confirm that they've done just that when he shouts, "There's a big timber running this way." Through the clay we can see a big bit of human-made wood peeking out. Let's hope it's the ship. Evidence of treasure ship in Oak Island swamp keeps mounting. Also this week, it seems as though Gary Drayton and his metal detector have found another possible piece of the ship. It's hard to tell exactly what it is from the pictures, but archaeologist Aaron Taylor confirms that the artifact has been heavily burned and that it's from a ship. The guys have previously found in that area burnt artifacts that seem to have come from a ship, which has all lent credence to the theory that a ship is buried under there. Wooden doorways and Templar knights appear on Oak Island. Interestingly, the History Channel episode description makes no reference to any of the above. It reads, "The team uncovers what appears to be a wooden doorway under Samuel Ball's property, and a new Templar connection is made when an ancient tool is discovered in the swamp." Samuel Ball was a former slave-turned-landowner who made a home for himself on Oak Island a short time after the American Revolutionary War. This otherwise humble-appearing cabbage farmer acquired quite a large amount of wealth, which has led many to wonder if he found some of the island's treasure. As a result, the team has spent quite a bit of time excavating his former property in the hope of finding something. They've previously found various artifacts, but the prospect of discovering a wooden doorway suggests there may be a tunnel or hidden room. Fingers crossed. The last few episodes have been a bit lacking on the always entertaining expert theories, but this week we may be coming back to the Templar Knights. The guys were previously told that the Templar Knights might have buried ancient Christian relics on the island, including the Ark of the Covenant. It seems another connection may be uncovered in tonight's episode. As dawn breaks over Oak Island, the familiar hum of machinery echoes across the landscape. Mist curls lazily off the waters, and the first rays of sunlight glint off the swamp, that ever-mysterious and hauntingly beautiful patch of land that has captivated imaginations for centuries. Today it holds more intrigue than ever. The Lagina brothers, Rick and Marty, are convinced they stand on the verge of a breakthrough, something that could change the course of history. Their eyes are set on a fabled treasure ship, buried deep beneath the swampy surface. The swamp, once dismissed as a simple bog, has in recent years revealed itself to be far more than just a natural formation. Strange structures, ancient artifacts, and perplexing anomalies have hinted that something more sinister or more deliberate lurks beneath. And now the team believes that the swamp may conceal the final resting place of a ship, possibly tied to the legendary treasure of Oak Island. As the heavy excavation equipment rumbles to life, the tension is palpable. The island has a way of keeping its secrets just out of reach. Even after over a decade of exploration, Oak Island's notorious reputation as a trickster remains unshaken. But this time feels different. The team has uncovered compelling new evidence, scans indicating a massive anomaly, one that aligns suspiciously well with the size and shape of an ancient ship. It's nestled deep in the swamp, cloaked in centuries of mud, debris, and mystery. "We've been close before, but this could be it," Rick says, his voice steady but tinged with excitement. His brother Marty, the pragmatic one, shares his enthusiasm but remains cautiously optimistic. They've seen enough heartbreak on this island to know not to count their treasure before it's unearthed. The dig begins in earnest. Massive pumps work tirelessly to drain the water from the swamp, revealing the murky, mucky ground beneath. Craig Tester, with his keen eye for detail and unwavering patience, monitors the progress alongside the rest of the team. Each scoop of mud, each shift of earth could bring them closer to unraveling one of history's greatest mysteries, or push the answer even further from their grasp. As the hours stretch on, the dig site becomes a frenzy of activity. The swamp, now partially drained, offers up bits of wood and strange metallic objects. The pieces are small but promising. Gary Drayton, metal detector in hand, sifts through the mud with the precision of a surgeon, uncovering nails and fragments that could easily date back centuries. "Bobby Dazzler," Gary shouts, holding up a weathered, corroded spike. It's not gold, but its age and origin are clear signs that they're in the right place. The swamp, once a place of stagnant water and impenetrable mud, is finally starting to give up its secrets. The real challenge, however, is yet to come. If there is indeed a ship buried here, it's likely to be deep, well preserved by the unique conditions of the swamp, but hard to reach. As the team digs deeper, they encounter ancient timbers, weathered but intact, buried beneath layers of mud. These could be part of a ship's hull, remnants of a long-forgotten vessel that found its way to Oak Island centuries ago. The question gnawing at everyone's mind is why? Why would a ship be buried in a swamp, of all places? Could it have been deliberately scuttled to hide a treasure of unimaginable value? Or is the ship itself the treasure, laden with artifacts from a distant time and place? As the excavation continues, the ground becomes increasingly unstable, and the swamp seems to resist the team's efforts, almost as if the island itself is trying to protect its secrets. Layers of clay and stone make the digging slow and treacherous, and the equipment groans under the strain. At times, the swamp seems to close in around them, the water seeping back into the pits as quickly as it's drained. But the Lagunas and their team press on. Oak Island has always been a battle of wills, man against nature, treasure hunter against time, and they're determined not to let this opportunity slip through their fingers. As the day wears on, the tension builds. The timbers they've uncovered grow larger, more intricate, and unmistakably part of a ship's structure. Each piece they pull from the muck adds weight to the theory that something monumental lies beneath. Then, as the sun begins to dip low in the sky, casting long shadows across the swamp, there's a breakthrough. One of the excavators hits something solid, something that doesn't give way like mud or stone. The team gathers around as the machinery pulls up a massive beam, heavy and waterlogged but undeniably part of a ship's frame. The realization washes over them. This could be it. They found something buried in the heart of the swamp, a ship that has lain hidden for centuries. The excitement is electric. Rick, Marty, and the rest of the team exchange glances, knowing that they're standing on the precipice of history. The swamp has guarded its secret for so long, but today it's offered a glimpse of the truth. Whether it leads to treasure, priceless artifacts, or something even more unimaginable remains to be seen, but for the first time the team feels that they are no longer chasing shadows. They are closer than ever to solving the mystery of Oak Island. As the final rays of light fade from the sky, the swamp begins to reclaim its eerie quiet, the island settling into its nightly slumber. But beneath the surface, hidden in the mud and muck, lies the promise of something extraordinary, a ship that could finally unlock the centuries-old puzzle of Oak Island. The Lagina brothers, drenched in mud but undeterred, look out over the dig site, their expressions a mix of hope and determination. The treasure of Oak Island has always been elusive, but tonight it feels just a little closer. Tomorrow, they will dig deeper.